Okay, the last thing I need to do is solving equations with radicals. So what you do is you isolate the radical, and then do the opposite of it. So if it's a square root, you square. If it's a cube root, you cube. Solve, and then check to see that it works. If it doesn't work, it's an extraneous solution. You just want to make sure that under even roots you don't get a negative. So the example I'm going to look at is going to be 2x equals 1 minus square root of 2 minus x. So what I want to do is isolate the root first. So I get 2x minus 1 equals negative root 2 minus x. And then I'm going to multiply everything by a negative to make this positive. So that gives me negative 2x plus 1 equals square root of 2 minus x. And I find that to be easier to write as 1 minus 2x. So now I'm going to do the opposite of what the root is. So the root's square root, so I'm going to square both sides. So that gives me 1 minus 4x plus 2x squared, or plus 4x squared by foiling. And then this takes away the root. Now I'm going to combine like terms, or combine everything on one side and solve. So I have 4x squared minus 3x minus 1 equals 0. I just wrote it with a 4x squared in the front. And then I believe this can be factored. Things that multiply to negative 4 and add to negative 3 are going to be negative 4 and 1. So 4x squared minus 4x plus x minus 1 equals 0. Cut it in half. 4x, x minus 1 plus 1, x minus 1, 4x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 0. So 4x plus 1 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. So that gives me 4x equals negative 1, x equals 1, x equals negative 1/4. So I want to check to make sure that it would work underneath the root. 2 minus a negative 1/4 is going to be okay, and 2 minus 1 would also be okay. So those are my two answers.